Syndicate Jack the... But with that aside, we are going to kick straight off with of technical issues with the internet connection, where we can add Syndicate Jack the Ripper missions up, and that has now loaded. So we're just going to jump straight into this. Over to Crimson, and obviously the Assassin's Gauntlet has decided to stay the same as the Assassin's Belt itself. For some reason they don't actually change in regards to her outfit. The missions actually done for you guys. We spent the last video or two just quickly running around trying to get Evie powered up, and Evie is now powered to a certain point where she's not that far off of being the next level in regards to being an assassin. So as I said, what we're going to do is, as soon as this is loaded, which should be momentarily, we'll be shooting straight off to do the first mission, which should pick up from where we left Evie after investigating Jacob's flat, or room if you will. Jack the Ripper was across the street on the roof and now knows of Evie being an assassin, and also knows of Evie being in London. So I've just taken them out. What we're now going to do is quickly load this up. As you can see, there is a side quest or side mission here, which is where one of the prostitutes or courtesans has been kidnapped. But we did quite a few of those in the last episode. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to head straight here. Now obviously we can't, for unknown reasons, jump straight to that point, so we are going to have to run it. So we've got a little over just a little over 800 meters to go, so we're just going to shoot through the side streets. I will keep an eye out for obvious gold chests. I will, thank you, keep an eye out for any shops or anything, so we can obviously get Evie tooled up if need be. That is actually that side quest there, which is the Lost Women mission. As I said, that's where one of the courtesans has been kidnapped, and we obviously need to try and find them. With regards to, just get rid of him. Right, medicine's full. So I'm assuming most of our tools are full from the last missions that we did. Unfortunately, with us no longer having control of the rooks, we can't obtain items from the kids like we did in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So that does provide a little bit of a issue, but not that much. So we're just going to run up and down here. Evie, what are you doing? Right, the market cellar is just here, so we're just going to have a quick look. There are a couple of bits that we obviously need. Most of it is spikes actually, so we're just going to get those filled up. If you remember from the last episode we did, we actually managed to increase the amount of spikes that we can actually carry from 4 to 8, which does make things a little bit easier. However, we're still down to only 4 of the nightmare bombs, or frightening bombs, or whatever they call them. So we are now, thank you very much, less than 300 meters, so I am just going to literally see if I can actually go up and over. It looks like at the end of here there is a alleyway, so I should be able to scoot around the back. There is. So we're just going to scoot through here. While I'm doing this and I'm actually getting to the mission, please don't forget, smash the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the Assassin's Creed videos that we're doing. We have managed to get hold of some more games that we can actually do live for you guys. I am in the process of also trying to get hold of the Elgato recording device, so we can actually do a lot more of the Assassin's Creed games that were on the PlayStation 3 and a lot of the PlayStation 3 titles. So we will be doing them for you obviously after this particular game has completed. Now at this point we are now going into the mission itself, the Jack the Ripper mission itself, and we actually had to try and find someone within that mansion. Now there was a woman called Lady Owers, and she basically controls the brothels in and around London. And this particular mission, as you can see, Evie targets Lady Owers in her manor northwest of London. If Lady O is truly Jack the Ripper's eyes and ears in the city, assassinating her should lure him out into the light. So that's what Evie's now trying to do. So we're just going to have a quick word with this guy and enter the mission, or not, as the case may be. As I was saying, if you're enjoying the Assassin's Creed games, please make sure you hit the like button, the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get notifications of when we do the videos. If you want to be one of the first to watch our videos that we do, please make sure you hit the notification button that is on, or hit the notification bell I should say, that is next to the subscribe button. And obviously as soon as we go live or post a video up onto the YouTube site, you will be notified, so you can be one of the first in our world to watch one of our videos. As we can see, the screen's dark and the game is now loading, so we are going to now enter the actual mission itself. Well, that was a rough landing. That actually looked like that hurt a bit. Please don't forget, I haven't actually played these before, so I am going through it first time with you guys. So obviously I will try and keep my comments as clean as possible. I do apologise if people do get offended. It's not what we plan to do, but it is a case of I'm kind of going through it the same as you guys are. If you guys have planned it and you know what's coming up, then fair play. If you guys haven't and you don't know what's coming up, I'm assuming that you'll have somewhere around the same reactions to what I'm going to have. As we can see, Evie appears to have actually entered the property.
Oh, why are you shaking? Stop your whining! Where'd she get?
Tutorial Brutes. Brute enemies are immune to fear. They will calm down frightened allies they counter. Target brute enemies first. So,
Where's she now?
what I'm going to need to do, as you can see, I now have the square assassinate button and it comes up with brutal takedown if I hold it. So I'm now going to hold this and I'm going to now perform a brutal takedown. And they have now, for lack of a better term, pegged it. He's making now too much noise, so I am going to take him out. Obviously, as you can see, there is an area up there that I'm going to need to get to. So I'm actually going to see exactly what is going on, who's around, and what I can do. Now it looks like there's one guy up there. What I'm going to do is just turn on the eagle vision. As you can see, all the guys now become highlighted. And there is actually more than one guy up here. Now, even though I am here, I can drop down and still stay hidden.
Ready to fire?
Definitely ready to fire. You're a dead man. Now I need to frighten a total of 10 enemies. That's kind of why I've taken him out, because I want to be able to get up here as close as possible so I can actually use the fear bombs. So we're just going to loot him. Right, so I'm now high enough to see who is actually who. Now that is a brute just there, the one that's walking towards me. He can't actually be frightened. So him. Now if I turn to my frightening bombs, I can drop one of them, and that'll actually scare them. As you can see, it's now gone up. Now, as you can see, this is now entered into a cinematic point. I was kind of hoping it didn't, but I kind of knew it would. So we can actually see there is a guy on patrol there. We can't actually see anyone on the house. It is getting dark.
It's like a dog would bury a bone.
Division.
It ain't right, I tell ya. What if I'm next?
We're expecting Miss Fry. Alert the men and be discreet about it. We're still running a business.
Come, drain my wine with honeyed lips, and I shall tell you a tale of unrequited love from the...
You, get back to our guests. If Miss Fry doesn't slit our throats, the Ripper surely will.
Lady Owers. Right, Gravedigger is a diversion opportunity. The Butler is a stealth opportunity. And Thomas Owers provides a unique kill opportunity. Now as you can see, there is one over there, there is one just there, and there is one over there.
If she turns out to be one of Lady O's girls trying to flee, we can blame it on the Ripper.
The Ripper?
Haven't you noticed? Whenever Lady O puts one of the girls out to pasture, we dig another hole in the garden. Somebody does her dirty work, and it ain't us.
Why is everyone so afraid of one woman?
There's a trace of
Now that's actually put me to 8. And what I am going to need to do is try and find out where people are, which is why I've activated the Eagle Vision. It's going to make things a little bit easier, which actually tells me there's some people up here, individuals. There's a second one. That's a full 10 out of 10. Now they've decided to run off. We are going to take this guy down. And now they are both dead. Now we can see that there are a lot of people about. We can actually take the save trying to go through them. This guy out. There is one there, there is one there. They are some distance from each other. So we can actually try and get down here The only thing that's going to be an issue is them guys and that bell. Now, if I switch back to my knives, I should be able to link onto this guy. And the bell has now got in the way. Now, hopefully, if I can get him right, I can link onto that one, link onto him, and link him as well. That's taken all of them out. Which allows me to come in, sabotage a bell. So that's that bell taken care of. I don't need to worry about that. I can now take him out, loot these guys. And as you can see, my fear bombs have now gone up to 3. I'm actually going to move back because I need to be quiet to this particular guy, and it appears I'm too far from him. Now I'm hoping that this guy here has heard that. I don't think he has, so I'm going to keep the L2 button held down, which will keep my marker up, and it'll actually tell me as of when I can actually get hold of this guy. I'm kind of hoping it's going to link in, but it hasn't. There is a guy just there. He's going to come down and have a look. And if I move around, I've now been able to get hold of him. You can see there are guys all around here. And there is another bell there. Now this particular guy I should be able to link onto if he comes all the way down. I'm kind of hoping he's seen them. He has. I didn't anticipate him being that strong. Right, I've been able to find Lady O's. I can see where Tom O's is. He's the one in the white. But before I actually go and do them, what I am going to do is actually take this guy out. Just need to link into this guy. Right, and that's him taken out. That's everyone in my immediate area taken out that's going to cause me an issue. Don't actually know where that guy come from. It just literally appeared, which is one of the downsides to everything. Now if I just hit up, it's going to tell me who is about here. So there's not many people for me to actually take out. One thing I am going to do before I do anything else is definitely sabotage the bell. So This really doesn't help with them being hidden.
See that woman there?
Kind of hoping I can reach him, but I can't. Not yet, I need to get closer. She can't see me, but I can definitely see her. Now I just need to wait for this guy to come out. And I can take him out. As you can see, there are a couple of guys down there. There's a few up here. So I'm actually going to come up and around. Just stand off to one point. I'm going to get him, and him, and him. There is, as you remember seeing, a chest. There's actually two chests here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to disappear in here for a moment. We just turn the eagle vision off. We are going to grab that chest. We are going to quickly run up here and grab this chest. In missions like this, you cannot guarantee that you can or cannot grab the chests, so you need to get them when you have the opportunity. Now, that guy appears to actually be in there. There appears to be two guys there. I know we are down to 17 throwing knives, so I'm just going to take a couple out of there. There is a guy up that far end, however we can get just up here. By getting up on the roof, we can see that there is nobody up here, even on the eagle vision. It does give me that one guy, but it does tell me who is exactly stood down here. So I'm actually going to take him out. Now if we hit R3, it's actually going to identify as the butler. Lady O's personal butler knows all the secret passages in the manor. Spy on and tail the butler. So this should allow us to get in. Obviously there are quite a few guards that are still left. There is one that's just there, and stand up. That actually cost me more knives than what it should have done. There's still quite a few just there. Now, if I...
You heard me. The only way that woman gets inside is over your dead bodies. If you're not careful, you'll all be dead before any of you see her face.
Need I remind you that if something happens to Lady O, it's the end of everything we've worked for? I must go see to the lady.
I need to tell the butler to Lady O's chambers.
Who's there? Is that you, Mr. Jack? Show yourself, Miss Fry.
It's nothing. Get a hold of yourself, William.
This guy's really losing the plot. And there it is. So all we need to do now is push this, and it now provides the secret entrance. Now what I am going to do is, just as I assumed, she has quite a few people up here. Now the thing is, when you've got eagle vision on, you can't tell who's where. So I'm actually going to circle around, try and highlight everybody that I can. Once that's done, it'll actually, as you can see, leave a mark.
Don't tease me.
Sugar.
She's not allowed in here.
I wanted one, not two. Now, we're gonna hope that this guy's gonna turn around in a minute and walk back. If he does, I can hit him with a knife, which will bring the other one. See, he's now deciding, I think he's gonna go for a walk. Damn. Give me your head, give me your head. Got him.
She's an intruder.
Now I saw the butler come up here. Now yes, the music did change. It is because the guy that saw me was a lookout. Right, now there are more people around here, so I do need to be really careful. I was actually quite lucky that I actually managed to get hold of that guy and take him out with a knife.
Bloody shit! I'm bloody desperate. Silly bastard. Couldn't fight your way out of a conflict.
Let's go for a stroll.
Shush.
I say, that's a bit rough, even for me. I don't think I know you, my dear.
Call me Atropos. We're going to take a walk.
Let me
you
go
and
and I'll
I.
help ya.
I say, that's a bit rough, even for me. I don't think I know you, my dear.
Call me Atropos. Scream and it'll be your
Oldest
last.
of the three fates. How intriguing. And where are you taking me?
Someplace private. I hear the lady has a lovely boudoir upstairs. Perhaps she'd like to join us.
The lady does love a strong, mysterious woman.
Why don't we surprise her?
Oh, that hurts, my dear. A little
I don't
tighter,
want to
perhaps.
hurt you. Walk. Act naturally.
Darling, I have a most delicious surprise for you.
Not now, husband. Can you not see how occupied I am?
Boo! And that
I
is
should
Lady
thank you,
Hours.
Miss Fry. I fear death at the Ripper's hands far more than at yours.
What have you done with these men?
The Ripper is entertaining them presently. Mr. Weaversbrook will be joining them soon.
Cheers.
Let us hope Jack has not found you yet, Mr. Weaversbrook.
We can only hope. So, as with what normally comes with a assassination, is getting out as quietly as possible. Now, there is somewhere around here a chest, and that chest, which appears to be just there, is locked. Now, this is gold chest. Gold chests normally contain a little bit more money than normal, but they also contain schematics. So we found the brass knuckles from Carly with Love. As we can see, there is a guy over the top of him. So we're just going to take him out and silence him. Considering that I've had to use so many knives and I've only got 6 left, what I am going to do is just quickly loot these guys and try and get out of here without any issues. Now, there are several entry points, as you can see, highlighted on my minimap. And one of them is literally just around here somewhere. It could actually be... See, the thing is, you can't actually tell whether it's upstairs or downstairs. So, I'm kind of hoping I can get out the same way I came in. Now, I need to actually make sure I can escape without being detected. It's one of the other mission points of the game itself. I'm actually trying to find a door. Oh, there it is. I walked past it. Now, as you can see, I took out quite a few of the guards. There aren't any showing here. There is one that's just showing there, which was in there. Now, I actually took him out. So I'm going to have to take him out again. Take him out. As you can see, we actually need to steal a carriage. And there are a couple of guys up here as well. Now, there are actually 3 here. So what I'm actually going to do... Now with Evie sat here, I can actually take these guys out so they don't cause an issue for me. And with 1 down, just throw a fear bomb down. If I throw a second one down, now the one that's going to cause me an issue, I can actually take out. Now the guys over there, they're not actually part of this, they are completely dealt with, don't need to be dealt with. This is, I would assume, Lady O's carriage, which is where we actually needed to reach. And now we've done this, this should be
so
the
stingy,
end
mate.
of the
You taking the piss? Did you
mission.
fag this week? Bugger! Go tell Lady O.
You tell her. I need this job.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to tell the boss. We're saying that it doesn't really matter because the boss is dead anyway. Escape without being detected. Obviously, I did escape without being detected. However, I didn't escape. Now, certain missions, it will say escape without being detected. You just need to get out of the area. Certain missions, you need to reach a certain point. You're not going to know until you actually get to this point in the mission whether you've actually completed the task or not. Which means you will need to obviously then replay the mission and try and fulfill that, knowing that in this case you can't actually take anyone out like I did right at the end of the mission just before I got in the carriage. Even though it's not giving me the full amount of experience, it is a pain in the neck. And as you can see, across the top of the property is Jack the Ripper. So he will already know that Lady O is dead, and it is more than likely enough to draw Jack out. So what we're now going to do is go back into the next part of the game, and this will normally give some sort of intro play, or exit play I should say, of the mission that's just been completed, intro play into the next one, and then obviously when you start the next mission it should then give you a little bit more information. While we're waiting for this, there isn't actually a lot that we can do, so it is literally just a case of waiting for the game to update and load up the next part of the actual game itself. As you can see, we've now returned to the City of London. The next Assassin's Creed mission has moved on. So where we were up here next to the station, we are now just here. A Monsters Creed, Letters of Intent. So we are going to highlight that particular mission. As I said, I do want to try and get at least 2 or 3 done for you guys tonight. You guys have been really patient and I really do appreciate this. While we obviously powered Evie up a little bit more, got her some experience and got her towards the next point. As you can see on the mini-map, we are moving through London. We've got her health on the left hand side and the amount of experience that she has on the right hand side. And on the right hand side of the map, as you can see, we've got the options we have while holding the R2 button, as well as obviously things like weapons and stuff. As you can see, we've only got 3 throwing knives left. So what I am going to need to do is keep my eyes open for a shop. And that is the main reason why I've actually stopped just here in Whitechapel. Because I know that there's a shop up here. And I can also see it on my mini-map. Sorry. Charming. So here is the shop. Even though someone's just decided to spot us. And we now need to become anonymous. So, this person is now just going to walk on by, because he's going to walk by and not be able to see us. See the barkeep, or not the barkeep, but the shopkeeper behind the counter, and then just literally let us do what we've got to do. So we're going to fill up on the fear bombs, we're going to fill up on our throwing knives. So we've now gone from 3 to 30. See, that was the guy that was going to cause an issue. We've just plugged in with the hidden blade, and it is now just been shot. So what we're going to do is quickly run around here. As you can see, there is the horse and carriage, and we are now going to shoot off at a very fast rate of knots. The coppers are going to try and keep up with us. Obviously they were on foot, so there's no chance of that.
Faster!
And as you can see, oh boy.
Slow down.
Now they are going to try and keep up with us, and unfortunately for them, I've now decided to take to the roofs, which means they are not going to be able to keep up with us. So, as you can see, we are now stood up here. The assassin's mission is just there, but there is also an entry point. So, if we literally... Evie, will you just go the other side? Thank you. So, if we actually make our way down now, we can see we are back where we literally started.
That's far too close.
And we are on our way back through all the police, all the way up here. At the way to the next mission, which we're going to jump straight into, which has us entering the office of Frederick Aberline.
Miss Fry, please tell me you found the Ripper.
Murder at Ower's Manor.
People continue to be murdered on my watch. I cannot protect you or your brotherhood forever. Witnesses saw someone matching your description. I shall lock you up.
Wewersbrook Publishing. The man from the photograph at the manor, he owns his paper.
Fry!
I will catch the Ripper, Inspector. But first you must help me find Wewersbrook before he does.
This way.
The only way to
must
fight
not be
fear is
seen.
with fear.
I believe Mr. Wewersbrook has a residence near St. Paul's. Now go.
So, tutorial. Police officers are no longer your allies. Due to Evie's alleged massacre at the manor, police officers will now try to stop you if you perform illegal actions. Evie can't kill innocent policemen. Use non-lethal fear tools to disperse any police opposition. Well.
Mr. Wewersbrook is my best lead. And thanks to the Inspector, the police aren't hunting for me yet. I must be careful not to anger or harm any policeman, if I want to keep them on my side.
Yes. As you can see, we have 348 meters that we need to travel, so what we're going to do to try and keep away from, obviously, the rooks and the police, is we're actually going to try, if we can, and zip line most of the way there. There might be times where we're actually going to... Oh, Evie, please don't do that again. There might be times, as I was saying, that we're going to need to obviously drop down to street level But I'm actually going to try, if possible, and stay as high as possible. And at least this way, it's going to keep us out of the range of any trouble. And we actually have 171 meters to go. I'm actually going to try. I can't hit as far as I wanted, but I can hit this one. We've now, as you can see from the top right hand corner, crossed over from Whitechapel into the City of London. So we haven't actually done too bad with regards to getting where we wanted to. Now I did just notice that there is someone up on the roof of that building. So I'm kind of hoping I can deal with this by Eagle Vision. According to this, I have actually found Mr. Weaversbrook. He is down there. Now I need to defend him. Now it actually looks like he is in a building. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to try and get down as close to the building as I can. Now as you'll notice, there are a couple of people that look like lookouts. One of them is literally just here. Now I do want to be as quiet as possible, so I am going to try and take them out with knives. I was actually trying to get hold of that, which is a helix glitch. Now as you can see, there is one guy there. Now I'm hoping I can take this guy out.
I'll do whatever he asks, please.
There's a trespasser there!
What do you want?
I'm hunting Jack the Ripper.
No! Stay away! He sees and hears everything!
My name is Evie Fry. I'm here to help...
Mr. Jacob Fry's sister?
Yes. What happened to these men?
Gone. Taken. Dead. Please. The Ripper has my son. He will kill him.
I will find your son and bring him home, sir. But first you must come with me. Now.
I'll accompany you to the location where my son was last seen.
What can you tell me about the letters?
I showed the one signed Jack the Ripper to the police. Of the hundreds they'd examined, this one rang the most true. And so we printed it. The Yard was desperate. Still is.
You have my thanks.
They hoped someone would identify the handwriting.
No one did. Then I received this.
You thought yourself very clever, I reckon, when you informed the police. I see your little game, and I mean to finish you and send your ears to your wife if you help them. If you do, I will finish you. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper.
I published 2 more until Mr. Fry and my son convinced me to stop, in spite of the risk. My boy was a... and now he is lost to me. I published 2 more until Mr. Fry and my son convinced me to stop, in spite of the risk. My boy was a brilliant journalist, and now he is lost to me.
Did you learn anything from the letters that might help us?
I know only that they are real, and that the demon has got my boy.
Fear is a powerful weapon. It makes us
That it
irrational
is.
and tears us apart. Jack crafted those letters to do just that. We can't let him win.
You sound as if you know this monster.
Well enough to kill him. In more ways than one, we have both helped to create a monster.
As you can see, there are guys that are scared because of the fear bombs that I've just
There you
used.
are.
We've been able to actually get him into the carriage.
We're here. One of my reporters was nearly beaten to death trying to look into my son's disappearance, just up ahead on those docks.
And this was the main area of
Attico.
London where we brought a lot of equipment that we had taken. 1 second. Okay, apologies for that. It's the non-benefits of actually losing everything and having to move back home with your parents.
Wait here, Mr. Weaversbrook. I will be
Right.
back with good news before you know it.
Don't let the lookout raise the alarm. As you can see, there is a red-lined area. Too far from targets, get closer.
Ladies, gentlemen, step over here and have a look at all my wondrous wares.
Kind of hoping to pick them up here.
Everything at reduced prices. Come, have a look. Lovely marvel.
Ish, but not close enough.
Come on, have a look. Sir, madam, ladies, gentlemen, step over here and have a look at all my wondrous wares.
Stop moving. Got that one. I did not see that one there. Not until the last minute, but I managed to get her as well.
The Weaversbrook lad is on board.
Good. Mr. Jack will be pleased. Who's next?
Some Tory bastard. One of Lady O's girls is taking care of him now.
I could do with a proper bit of jam myself.
Orders are to send lads to the pickup if anything goes sour down here.
Billy's watching the docks. He'll warn them.
I should scare some more information out of Jack's lieutenants. If I can find one.
There's one there. Oh, that is extremely handy. If I can reach it, I can.
I'm ready to pull the trigger.
Intruder! She's over there!
Shush. It's me trying to make sure I've actually missed one, and I actually missed one.
Bugger off up before I snap your neck. Bloody shit. Silly bastard. Couldn't fight your way out of a convent. Who can tell me what happened? Oh no! I need witnesses! This is your last battle! Enjoy! Something moved over there.
need to pay an urgent visit to these Hulk prison ships. Right after I find Mr. Weaversbrook's son.
So I now need to go this way. And as you can see, we're coming out of the restricted area, back onto the actual main road itself. Now, considering that we left Mr. Weaversbrook on that area,
I'll put a stop to your...
will you now?
Onward, girl.
She's an intruder! Got it, let's go!
Many thanks, Miss...
Fry, your father sent me.
And he will reward you handsomely for your bravery.
It's you who should be commended. Did you discover anything that could help me stop the Ripper?
My kidnappers call him Mr. Jack. I overheard them mention the Depth Hulks, where I was to join other hostages.
Thank you. Be safe, Mr. Weaversbrook.
Now, we can leave the restricted area. That is that particular mission, as you can see, well and truly completed. Tutorial: Weaversbrook Associate Activities. The Ripper still controls the newspapers in London. Help Mr. Weaversbrook convince other publicists to resist the Ripper's terror. Jack's lieutenants, the Ripper letters, cargo hijacks. Activities are now available. Which is where we can basically beat up Jack's lieutenants, do additional missions in regards to that. We can actually hijack cargo, which was one of the best bits, I think, of Assassin's Creed.
I can clip it from here! Slice of rope! What you want?
As you can see, these people are now...
Please make sure...
We have earned a couple of additional points. So we will have a look to see if there is anything we can actually use at this moment in time. So if we just go into the progression log, you can see obviously the perks have now come up, and efficient fear bomb. When looting a corpse, the chance of looting a fear bomb has increased by 30%. So that has now come down. Brutal takedown, complete a full brutal takedown 100% of the combo 2 out of 40 times. Shadowy spikes. The scream of an impaled enemy is muffled for a few seconds. Impale an enemy with a spike from cover or use an air assassination opportunity. Thank you. Ladies, max number of prostitutes Evie can hire at a single time is increased by 1. Create a diversion by distracting an enemy with a prostitute. 0 of 15 times. Fear of ghosts. Anxious enemies are surprised when seeing Evie for the first time. Frighten an enemy without being detected. 21 of 40. So as you can see, we are slowly getting there on the progression perks. With regards to the inventory, the weapons, again, we have unlocked the Golden Palm Tree Knuckle Dusters, as well as the From Cali with Love Knuckle Dusters. Unfortunately, that is pretty much it for the weapons in regards to Assassin's Creed Jack the Ripper. We do have a new gauntlet, the Lady Owner's Gauntlet. It is, I would say, a mauve, but I'm going to go closer with purple. Obviously the Eye Glove is still the best at this moment in time. We are still trying to find this particular item, which we did in the last mission, sorry, the last episode. So we've still got the Kiss the Hand and the Ripper's Terror gloves to find, but this one we just need to craft. But this is the best glove. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough crafting tools to actually be able to craft it. So we just have to wait until we've obviously got enough of that, which is kind of handy now that we can actually loot some of the cargo trains, hoping, and the boats as well. With regards to firearms, again, we still have the best gun with regards to everything. Apart from the Insidious pistol, obviously, we need to reach loyalty level 3 with Frederick Aberline to unlock that. Master Templar's Covert, this supreme shooter, trying is believing. It increases the clip size. Quick shot actually drops by 1, but obviously when we have increased the weapon itself by upgrading, we should get that back. With regards to the fire spit, it's a little bit worse, but again, once you've upgraded, you should get them back. Colours, there isn't much to say about colours. These are just the different colours, as you can see, of Evie's outfits. I did see one a minute ago. There's that one. Kind of looks cool with the blue gauntlet, however, it's just too blue. So these are a mixture of colours, which is why I've gone for the crimson, as you can see. With regards to tool and gear upgrades, we have already got the large spike pouch. This secret item, we need to continue the progress in the story to find the pattern for this item. Once we find that schematic, we will then be able to use it. With regards to the skills, as you can see, we now have 8. Life Sucker, you gain health by performing a full brutal takedown. Recycling Spikes, which is another 6 assassin points. When you use the spike on an enemy, you have a better chance of looting it on that enemy. Closer to the epicenter, enemies in the center of the explosion instantly get frightened, even if they were calm. And then we have Fear Propagation. A calm enemy will become anxious if he sees a frightened enemy. So this is actually going to benefit us a lot more for when we scare the rooks and people. It's then going to have a knock-on effect, which is why it's going to be beneficial. So I'm actually going to go for this one before we obviously get the other two. Because we've now got this, we've now earned a trophy, Up and Coming Terror. We still only need 4 points to get to the next one, so we need 4 points for this one. We need 6 for this one, which is 10, and then 6 for this one. And that is a total of 16 points. With regards to crafting, as you can see, you have the gear option. We can't craft the gauntlet because we don't have the bits for it. We can craft pouches, but it's just easier to buy them. And we don't need to worry about trying to craft any additional consumables, because it's just going to be easier not to. With regards to this alloys, we have Arthur Weaversbrook, who's now come in. Enemies, we now have Olwyn Owers, aka Lady O. If we come out of here, locations we have in the City of London, Ludgate Circus, the Royal Exchange, St Bartholomew's Hospital, which was where we spent a little while in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Ower's Manor has now come into it, and in regards to miscellaneous, we have items. The Dear Boss letter, Saucy Jackie postcard, from Hell letter, the letter from October 6, 1888, and the letter from September 17th, 1888, and an undated letter. With regards to this, we have done obviously 2 missions. We do want to try and do a few more. Obviously, with time, we are going to let you people goes, and we are actually going to take a break right about now anyway, as it is now 7 o'clock. We've been going just literally over an hour, about an hour and 8 minutes coming up. So we do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up, it is much appreciated. Please make sure, if you want to continue seeing the rest of these and seeing what happens with Jack the Ripper, that you hit the subscribe button, and you also hit the notification bell next to it and become part of our notification squad. And as soon as you become part of the notification squad, as soon as we either post a video or do a live stream like we have done tonight, and with the rest of the Jack the Ripper videos and the Assassin's Creed 2 videos, you will basically be notified, and you will then be able to come and obviously watch the video. With regards to some of the games that we are looking to do in the future, we've actually been able to get hold of here at Golden Sound Games a copy of Watch Dogs, and also, if you remember what I mentioned on the last video, I actually bought a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5, so we're going to be doing that as well for you guys. We've also managed to get hold of Metal Gear, The Phantom Pain. Now there is a prequel to that point, or to that game, which is, I think, if I remember rightly, called Ground Zero. I do have it here somewhere, I just don't specifically know 100% where. Let me just have a quick look. Okay, it is called Ground Zero. I actually have it on the PlayStation 3. I don't have it for the PS4. So we will be doing, obviously, The Phantom Pain on the PS4. We will be doing Ground Zero when I get the Elgato recording device on the PS3. We will also be doing some of the Need for Speed games on the PS3, and we'll be doing some of the additional games that we don't have in regards to Assassin's Creed on the PS4. So we'll be doing things like the original Metal Gear Solid, which is based in the Fox Archipelago, because I actually have that downloaded on my PS3. So we will be doing that. We will be doing Sons of Liberty, which is the introduction of Raiden. We will also be doing, in regards to the Assassin's Creed storyline and franchise, Assassin's Creed 3 with Retorno Hacketon, or Connor as people know him. We'll also be doing Black Flag, which is Edward Kenway, which is Haytham's father. We will also be doing Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is with Shay Patrick Cormac. And as I mentioned, we will also be doing, on the PlayStation 3, the Need for Speed Shift Special Edition, which I have recently managed to get my hands on. So, as I've said, we will be doing those for you. I will also be doing, in our next video, a break from the Assassin's Creed games themselves. But what we will actually be doing is the Assassin's Creed videos that run in and along the Assassin's Creed 2 story arc with Ezio Auditore. So we'll have the storyline of the introduction of Giovanni Auditore as an assassin, and we will then have the ending story arc of Ezio Auditore after the Assassin's Creed Revelations game, where Ezio is then a lot older, and you'll be able to notice some people from the Revelations game, if you've played it, that are in that particular story video. But as I said, we're going to do that for the next video, because I did promise you guys a couple of videos ago in regards to Assassin's Creed 2 that we were going to do it. So look out for those, as I've said many times, and as you can see from the bottom of my screen. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. If you want to, you can subscribe. We suggest to subscribe and to also hit that notification bell that is right next to the subscribe button. If you do that, you'll become part of the notification squad, and you will then, as soon as our videos come up, be informed of the videos coming up, and you'll then be able to watch them, or even see them live streamed directly from the PS4 directly to YouTube. With regards to the Pokemon Go videos, they are going to be coming up, as I said, in the next couple of weeks. With regards to the PlayStation 3 games, they will be coming up as soon as I manage to actually get my hands on an Elgato recording device, which should hopefully be in a couple of weeks' time. We do hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, and make sure Jack the Ripper doesn't get you. Good night.